नमस्कार दोस्तों and welcome to my YouTube channel with my name Yugal Pachori and I do post videos related to different topics. So continuing the series, this video is related to the review of Electronics for You magazine that I posted last week, and it got more than 60 views. So though it was not very successful, but it was able to get 60 views. But few comments were very good. So uh, it should be promoted more and more. And it is worth that I should create one more review of the Electronics for You magazine for the June issue. And it is a part 2 of this particular video. So welcome to YouTube channel and my dear friends, dear students, friends because understand what is the meaning of friends. Why student? Because I was being a professor in a private engineering college, presently doing PhD from IIT Mandi. So let's start the video. Let me share my screen with you. And I hope you will appreciate my effort of making this video. So my screen is visible in front of you. Now you can see, let's start this particular video. And look at the content. The content says that I started reading it when I was student and I'm still reading it as a student. And who is saying this particular statement? You might be understood what the meaning of the statement is, that I was started reading it as a student. मतलब मैं इस मैगजीन को तब से पढ़ रहा हूँ जब मैं स्टूडेंट था और मैं आज भी पढ़ रहा हूँ as a student. मतलब the person, the concerned person, you can see this the photo of the concerned person. He is looking very smart in this particular pic, and he is the CEO of the design house, and he's saying that he used to read this magazine as a student and is still reading as a student after becoming a CEO. So it is a credibility for this particular magazine that is going on. So let's begin with this. And so it is Electronics 2.0. It is a cartoon, something about earth movers and so this is not very important, not very important. So electrons, let's take one of the cartoon. So this cartoon says, he says he wants to get the USA for higher studies, more specifically to the University of Buffalo. So there is a university by the name of Buffalo. So they might be going to the US for this particular university. And let's take one more cartoon. Thank you for coming back to our village after becoming a Python programmer. So they are resembling with a Python. Python is a language everyone knows, and it is related to computer science. It's a programming language. So, but I am from electronics, so I will talk about electronics. Let's focus. We aim to boost skills, spark innovation, and fuel the growth of India's electronic manufacturing sector. So it is an article about the electronics sector. It is a Professor Linesh Bhadve. Bhadve ji is saying about something. He is a professor in IIT Kanpur, and he has an NMtronics recently partnered to train professional in electronic manufacturing. So he is talking about some expansion related to electronics, and he's providing training to some manufacturing segment of electronics. I read this article. This is a good article. You can look about it. So the Electronics for You magazine or the group says about the stay connected, stay informed, and stay ahead. And yes, I'm reading this magazine from last 15 years because I did MTech, I did enrolled in BTech in 2006 and passed out in 2010. Since 2006, I'm reading this particular magazine, and this is 2024. So you can understand that it is almost 18 years. 2006 plus 18 is 2024 because this is 2024. And yes, sometime I have missed this as well, means there is a gap also. But the source of knowledge and the source of understanding and source of interpretation from this particular magazine is very good. So you can take it as a piece of advice. And yes, it is since 1969, Electronics for You group. So these are some how you can take the subscription of this product magazine. And now we are moving to the next segment of this magazine. It is tech interview. So yeah, this interview, I read this, and this is a very nice interview. Let's, who is the person? The person is Dave Aurora, co-founder and the CEO, Elt Mobility. He's a co-founder and the CEO. I also founded one of the company, Yux was one of my company name, but it was not registered and still not registered. because at present I'm doing PhD. After completion of PhD, I might be register it if the situation demands. But yes, I was able to do some startup work or some consultancy work in the meantime while I was doing research work and teaching work. So yes, it is a good idea to start a company. And when you start a company, you must innovate to bring more ideas. And when you innovate, then the potential comes and you can generate more and customers towards the company. So what he's saying, the Mr. Dave Aurora, what he's saying in vehicle finance, understanding the details of the vehicle and battery condition uses is a key. So he's talking about the battery condition, and you know that this particular age, or you can say scenario, is uh, for the electric vehicles. People are talking about electric vehicles, and people are talking about the battery. People are talking about sodium ion batteries, lithium batteries, and other batteries. And China is working so and so for more and more for the batteries. And the US and the Russian countries and the European countries are also working for the battery segment. So it is a tough fight. He has something to say, that Dave Aurora, what he's saying. He's saying that not driving a petrol or diesel powered vehicles for a few weeks will not harm the engine. However, electric vehicle left idle for the same period without period charging can become inoperative. Dave Aurora highlight this company primarily. So it is like you can understand the rise of the petrol. The petrol price is rising high. So we are finding some renewable energy resources which are alternative for the petrol and other energy requirements. So battery are the alternative. But if you talk about one of my perspective in this particular situation, it is that more and more battery will consume will emit more number of harmful gases. So the dependency on battery should be it should be good, but it should not be more and more. It should be minimal, because it reduces it not reduces it releases some harmful gases which is harmful for the nature. So yes, if we are able to find some green solution for the batteries, then we will be more happy towards the development of the electronics fraternity or the electronics empire. Because it is not only India who is working for the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology is working for this. The ministers are working for it. Even all the engineers, scientists, professors, and the businessmen, leaders are working for this particular thing. But yes, it is a group of companies. Conglomerate means various other countries and various unorganized sector also working for the electronics. So electronics is uh, one of the biggest branches that you can talk about. And that's why this particular magazine. So let's move on to the other thing. So you can find out the things from this particular magazine, and the gist of the things I have already taught, that it is talking about the electric vehicles. It is talking about the finance of this particular things. If you have researched the battery and you have manufactured the battery, then you must have the ideas to sell it, and how to sell it, how to finance it, how to reach out to the customer in an effective way. These are the solutions that have been talked by Mr. What do you say? Mr. Dave Aurora. So he's a gentleman. He has talked about this in this particular magazine. Now moving on to the next segment. You can read more about this particular interview if you find some interest. You can ask the copy from me. I will definitely share the copy with you. Now, look at one more article. He is the article from Jeff Bezos. He is the founder of the Amazon. Everyone knows this. He is a very nice gentleman. And he's saying that branding is what people say about when you win when you are not in the room. It means when you're not in the room, then also people must talk about you. So this is the thing. If you are visible, then people are talking about you. If you're not visible, then also people are talking about you. That is the strength of the brand. That's what the things. Okay. Now, let's take one more interview. He is the interview of Mr. Chakrawarti C. He's the MD of Quantum Energy. Quantum Energy is a company working for the quantum energy. Might be many engineers are working for it. So he's saying that our focus primarily on Bharat rather than India. So this is, you can say, I would not say, but this can be a political statement that he might be focusing on Bharat, means vision of the government of India, that Modi government. But I think India and Bharat both are same things. So he might have some more perspectives. That's why he's talking about. But this is not any political statement. This is just a statement that I would say that India and Bharat both are same thing. But according to his perspective, he's focusing on Bharat rather than India. So he might have some this discussion in his mind. That's why he's saying that. Now let's see what he's saying. He's saying that while numerous electric two-wheelers brands are thriving in Tier 1 and Tier 2 region of India, quantum energy supports by Kosala interval contends that real growth lies in Tier. Okay. So he wants to say that Tier 1 and Tier 2 relates to India, means the peak of the nation, like the nation with a lot of money and a lot of people, or a lot of cities, a lot of metropolitan cities. They live in Tier 1 and Tier 2. So he's connecting that to India, and Tier 3 and he's Tier 4 connecting them to Bharat. But if you talk about my perspective, this is not very much correct, although he can be correct. Tier 1 and Tier 2 and Tier 3 and Tier 4, both relates to India and both relates to Bharat. So, but he's a gentleman. He has different perspective. He's an MD of Quantum University. Yes. So, and if I am wrong, you can correct me. Yeah. So let's now move on to another part of this particular interview. He says that onto a question he asked, what is the question? Question is, could you elaborate on the statement legacy players adheres to certain ways of operating? So it's a very good question. And let's see the answer. Sure, since quantum is not involved in the ICE two-wheeler segment, we can focus on meeting the specific EV market needs. We do not have we do not have to worry about potentials cannibalizing of each existing IC products by electric scooter edition for many legacy OEM. Their two-wheelers are there. So those who are in the segment of the electric vehicles and the two-wheeler segment can relate this. He's talking about some. He's talking about EV market, ICE two-wheelers. So it is one of the can be one of the category of the two-wheelers segment. And he's talking about operation, engineering, and management of these particular two-wheelers, which are battery operated. So you can understand what he's saying about that it is a legacy. Like legacy means it is only to Bajaj, LML, or Honda. So it is not every time true. Any new company can come to the market and come give new products and realize their startups and give new products to the market and to the industry. So it is not every time that legacy of industries can only do this innovation. Any new industry can do this innovation if they have the innovative idea and they have funds to support that. And funds can be generated easily if they work hard. It is a key. It is not only the smart work. You have to work hard. Then only you get the success. Whether you want to become an IAS officer or you want to become any engineer, chartered accountant, doctor, or if you want to become a politician. Every time you have to work. And if you, as a gentleman, if you work hard, read thoroughly, and get the content, innovate them, do experiment, practicize them, then definitely you can get results. And hence, you can check out any company, talk about innovation. Just recently in this video, Jeff was just talk about that. You can take the example of Apple CEO, ex-CEO, Steve Jobs, and you can also, if you talk about the Indian perspective, you can take the example of Reliance Industries. They are working well. So these are the things that we must talk about. Now to the next segment. Don't be a loser. You do not know how much you don't know how much you don't know. Okay. So he's saying that in this this article says that don't be a loser. आपको हारने की जरूरत नहीं. You have to work hard. And आपको नहीं मालूम आप कितना नहीं जानते हो. So every time you have to work hard and you have to try to gather new information. See, now one thing in this particular video, I've taken use this word work hard many times. But it is not every time you have to work hard. Sometimes you have to do the smart work as well. So this at this juncture of time, I remembered one of the things that I was in a meeting with not it was not a meeting, it was a conference. I was attending a conference where the vice president of the TCS, I don't remember the name, but he visited Jaipur in JECRC University. I was there as an assistant professor. I was collecting the ideas in the conference. So he says to a question asked by a student of that particular student's university. He says that that we must smartly do the hard work. So look at the connect. I repeat the statement. We must smartly do the hard work. Means हमें स्मार्ट हार्ड वर्क करना है लेकिन स्मार्ट तरीके से. तो करना तो अल्टीमेटली हार्ड वर्क है लेकिन वो स्मार्ट तरीके से. और हर बार हार्ड वर्क नहीं, कई बार स्मार्ट वर्क. सो इट इज अ एमालगेशन ऑफ हार्ड वर्क एंड स्मार्ट. So this is the thing. Now moving on to the next article. I think this part 2 is going well. So this article talks about the thermal cameras, and you can understand these thermal cameras that are heating effect. They capture the heat of the of what obstacle or any object coming in front of the camera. The heat sensors collects the data and gives the picture. They have the pattern recognition, data processing, and hence you get the picture in front of you. And on that basis, you can take decisions of the driving. The self-driving or autonomous vehicles are working in this particular segment. So the heat cameras or the thermal cameras are the game changers in making roads safer. So this is one of the nice statement. It says that thermal cameras, game changers in making roads safe. So with this picture, you can relate some ideas. You can see it quite wonderfully. This is the cyclist, this is the pedestrian. You can look, this is speedometer, and this is the screen that's giving the information about the front screen, front window. And sometimes if you click the back camera, if you press the gear, back gear, then you have the view of the back gear with the help of the rear camera. And the rear, now the cameras are replaced by the heat cameras or the thermal cameras. So which gives a proper decision making for the driver and to the people who are sitting in the car. So this is one of the things. And yes, many issues are related to the safety and the driving of the vehicles, the decision making with the slippery roads and tire tracking. So these are the innovative projects are going on in various institutes, and even in IIT Mandi it is going on. I cannot share much details because these things are under copyright. So I cannot share any details which are under copyright because issue happens. So I can only share the details for whom I am liable to that. Okay. Moving on to the next topic. Can't find the right electronic suppliers from Google or India. Check out. So like, yeah, it is a directory of electronics for you. It says the electronics industry directory 2024. So if you want to contact to any industry of electronics, you can buy this directory, and it is just 500 rupees. So I'm doing marketing also. Great, I'm a great marketing person as well because I learned marketing skills in my 10th class only. Because if you don't market well, then you have to be learn to be marketed. And look at the company like Lamborghini. If you talk about Lamborghini, they do not market, but people go to buy Lamborghini in a very first go. So this is the thing. So yes, sometimes you have to market also, and sometimes things sell out without market also. So both the things are correct. I'm not criticizing anything over here. Yeah, and people know what I'm saying. Yeah, you understand what I'm saying. Now, move to the technology. Look at the technology segment. So this is, it says, again, this is related to the heat camera. This is continuation of that. Again, this is heat camera. You can check out the details in the picture, how they are collaborating or how they're connecting the ideas. Again, this is a picture of the heat. This is again heat camera picture. And and yes, cars of tomorrow. This article says about the cars of tomorrow. So everyone is talking about the car, the flying cars, self-driving, and parking cars are now available. So not all are available, but engineers and the future engineers are working in this particular segment. Yes. And yes, in one of the showroom visit to Hyundai, Suzuki, I found some ideas related to cars industry. And yes, I have seen the progress of the Tata and in the recent model of Safari. And yes, you can connect to the SQV of version of Mahindra, which have a lot of sensors in them. And don't forget the Tata MG Hector, which is a great car. So these are the things that you can relate to the future car. So again, this is the great work of the future camera, the thermal camera. Now, So this is another what you is saying about the connectivity, another conference, or this is the head of some industry, which is Indus Board Coin. And yeah, so another interview, we at Delta focus on charges on multiple dispersing guns. So I can, this is again related to EV. So we can skip this and move on to the next segment. Now the next segment is talking about the, what do you say? Next segment is talking about the dashboard. India smartphone rise by 8%. Year-of-year values growth in 80% in the quarter year 2024. So it is talking about the smartphone growth. Yes, everyone knows it. This is the data or statistics, which is nicely provided for the companies that Realme, Oppo, Samsung, MI, Vivo, and yes, Apple, Samsung, Vivo, MI, Oppo, others. So they have related the data, and you can visualize and picturize this data and collect the information from it. And if you are a like a student of electronics or you are a professional of electronics, then you might be understanding that electronic industry is working, is growing day by day, and you are not eliminating mobile in near future. You will have more changes in mobile phones and more data solutions will be provided in the mobile phones. So yes, but yeah, there are some disadvantage of mobile phone as well. That if you use more and more mobile phone, otherwise health issues do happen. And yes, there are effect of radiation on the childs and newborns. That if you use excessively the mobile phones, then issues happen. So as a gentleman, I can advise you that use mobile phone, but judiciously. Do not You should not have a screen time more than 6 hours. The screen time of your mobile phone should be less than 6 hours. However, if it is required, it can exceed, but it should be minimum. I understand. You understand what I mean to say, because it affects your eyes, it affects your brain health, and it affects your body health. And many scientists or the researchers who are working in the field of green electronics can relate this particular point that I want to mention. Okay, so this is over. This particular article is done. Now, next to the this is the review because I have not written these articles, but I do research paper. At present, I have written more than 4 research papers. You can find my research papers in academia, and you can search more information about me on Google. And this is my YouTube channel that you are connected. And yes, I already told you that I have more than 14 years of teaching experience. I have worked in IBM as well. I worked in Wipro also, but that was for a very short period of time. But I was happy that time as well. But I thought to switch to teaching and do research. That's why I create these videos for the educational purpose. And sometimes I do some fun work as well, which is really important. Without fun, you cannot have fun in your life. So yes, next moving to next article. It says that IP67 charger at the cost of IP20 chargers. So they are talking about the charging. Many wireless charging are coming up. This is another charger. And yes, this is the heat sink basket design, high capacity efficient cleaning. Oh yes. So they are the clean rooms or the cleaning atmospheres, automatic cleaning together with Sava, pallet cleaner, safety. So high pressure spray cleaner. So many cleaning devices are also coming into the market, which is another growth for the electronics. Now, look at these 4 gentlemen. They are looking very nice. They are Uday Singh, co-founder of CEO, Subham Pandey, Pode, co-founder CTO, and they are nicely. They have written. They have not written. The magazine editors have written this article, but they are visible in this particular article. So, article says that 4 college students with experience formalizing have collaborated with engineers from global gasoline and electric cars racing embarked on a mission to build an electric motorcycle for India. Their requirement for electric vehicle components maker were not simple, given their exposure to renowned engineers, either imported from China, imports from China. And the 4 co-founders took it upon themselves to build motors and a motor controller for the electric motor they were developing. So they are working for the Formula Students Racing Challenge. So they have created some weaponries for the racing vehicles, or they have some developed some startups for the racing. So this effort should be appreciated, in my point of view. Although I'm not in their team, but definitely if they want to be in my team, they can approach me, or if I find good, I will definitely give a call to them. But yes, everyone has a different vision. So I will definitely appreciate their vision. So you can check out Uday Singh, Shubham Pode, Mohit Bhorkar, and Musam Ogemigo. So I wish them all the best. So now looking to the next article. So a cloud-based approach to build better batteries. So again, this is related to the batteries, and I've already talking about, and I've already explained what are the issues. The issues are because I'm also a keen researcher. Sometimes I do research in the field of batteries. The main point of discussion here is that the material, the what material should be used so that the what you say, so that the less of carbon emission should be there from the batteries, or the harmful gases emission should be there from the batteries. So researchers are trying to find materials, even the graphene, which was discovered by one of the scientists or the professor in one of the year. And you can check out this the details in one of the my video on related to graphene. Even the graphene batteries are coming into the picture, and that's why these are the things. And yes, these are the 3D printers. There are a lot of 3D printers are available with the setup. And at present, the laptop, pizza, laddu, besan ka laddu, or even the temples, bottles, everything are 3D printed. Even the this I'm using this Dell laptop, and this is also nowadays printed with the automatic robotics arm. And some of the components of these any electronics items or any items these days are 3D printed. And even if you are a researcher or a searcher of or the reader of the electronics segment, then you might have seen that one of the bicycle I just read in Times of India paper that which was 3D printed. So you can see the progress of 3D printing in this particular segment. And yes, let me move on to the another article. It says that anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. It's said by Henry Ford, who's the founder of the Ford Industries, Ford Automobiles. He's looking very smart. Look at his eyes, and he's a very great gentleman. He says that if you stop learning, I'm a fan of this statement, so I will repeat this again. It says that anyone who stops learning is old, whether at 20 or 80. It means अगर कोई सीखना छोड़ देता है, चाहे वो 20 का हो या 80 का हो, he's no one. He's no one. So old means he is getting old, or he's getting Buddha. So we must learn every day, and if we must learn every day, we are getting younger day by day. So this is a good theory which has been written as a statement by Henry Ford. So I appreciate this statement. Okay. So next article. I'm just about to finish this particular video. This is talk about the TD, nice image of the solar plates connecting with the battery segment and in this you can see this wind turbines as well, which are generating renewable energy for all the customers of the electronics industry, and it is done by TDKA, which are providing solutions of the AC film capacitor, mod cap, PT rush, reactor. So these are the electronic components. You can check out the details, and there are other websites like RS component, electronic components, and you can find other details on Google. So these are the things. Let's another industry news. So I think let's summarize this video, and yeah, let's take the snippets. It says that Honda launches e-mobility R&D center in Bengaluru. Crompton Greaves expand kitchen appliances manufacturing in Vadodara to meet. So it is a great expansion that Crompton Greaves have expanded in the segment of kitchen appliances in Vadodara. And Bharat Electronic Limited teams up with IIT Mandi. Oh my God, I'm a researcher for IIT Mandi, and it is a great news for me. It says that the team of Bharat Electronics Limited, BEL, have some merger or collaboration with IIT Mandi for cutting edge technology development. So it is a great news for the entire fraternity of the IIT Mandi, for the director of IIT Mandi as well, and he's Professor Lakshmidhar Behra, and I'm a researcher, so I have information, but I cannot share official information because these are under copyrights. Only things that are related, not under copyrights, I can share. Rest I cannot share. And yes, if you want to explore more and more, you can check out the website. You can come to campus. You can connect over here. These are the things. And take one more things. One more article. It says that SOA KNS Semicon collaborate to address skill demands. MHI reviews technical bids for 10 gigahertz and cell manufacturing. And please do understand what are the meaning of copyrights. Like copyrights means is that if I'm working on a technology, I can have the right to share that. But if I'm not working on any technology or any technology who's accessed by another one, I cannot share that. Although I can talk about that, I can give opinion, but to a limited extent. It should not exceed the limit of the copyright. Otherwise, it comes under the plagiarism. Hence, there is technical discussion goes on and legal trouble comes up. So as a gentleman, you must understand. But if you want to access the information, you can write a mail to them and collect information from them. For example, I am working on digital smell. And I have done almost work of 1 year. But the entire information I cannot share on the internet until it is done, because things are under copyright. So as a gentleman or as a student or as a researcher or as a professional, you have some are safety features which are provided by the government of India or any other nation, which comes under the copyright or the IPRs that protects the rights of the engineers, so that plagiarism should not happen and duplicacy should not happen. But yes, in the end, I would like to say that there are some people, there are some gentlemen, there are some engineers. Sometimes it is good also that if you want to capture the market or if you want to grow, then sometimes you have to produce duplicate product as well. But you should not kill the legal license of that particular thing. Without legal license, you cannot do anything. This is the crux of the thing. Otherwise, you are not a legal thing. You are doing some bad, illegal or the criminal things, which are not promoted anymore, either on YouTube or any social media or any internet media, any print media or any electronic media. So you must understand the point what I'm trying to say. So I think that's it for today's video. If required, I will come in another part of this video. I will let's see what are the remaining things. Then I will come again. I hope you will enjoy this video and read more this magazine, because I'm an avid reader of this particular magazine. So thank you. Thanks for watching. Let's take the last article and let's summarize. So the last article is, it's about this is another thing. Okay. So they are talking about the, you got with the image, like how to keep materials. And yes. So I'm taking the last article, and that's why I'm finishing over here. So this is AR, VR, you know this. Audio amplifiers, okay. So let's have this. Design circuits, reference designs for audio amplifiers, Class D audio amplifier, 2-channel audio amplifier. You can have the image. This is the Class D, and this is 2-channel audio amplifier. These are the key attractions, highlights, applications, OEM brand, and URLs. So I think that's all for today. See you in the next video. I hope you will enjoy this video. Do talk more about it and have nice time. And if you like it, comment it, share it. It will be a good news for you. Thank you. Have a nice time and enjoy your time. Thank you.